Cinema. Welcome back to War with Cinema. I'm your host, Greg, your local metalhead, and with me is...
Part of the collector. What's going on, everybody?
And this is the first episode of... You chose Hatchet, 2006.
Yeah, the DEATHBOX, I don't know. I didn't really know what to expect because, like you said, we've never done it before.
Right.
But when you had told me that you hadn't seen it either, that's what made it great, because I was like, if it's terrible, we're gonna suffer through it together. And I think it kind of backfired on you a little bit, bro. I think you hated this a little more than I did.
I am kind of upset the DEATHBOX kind of backfired on me. Yes, you're very right.
I'm sure this won't be a every time thing.
No, this is a very rare exception. I wasn't sure what to go into this because, like I said, I saw Hatchet 2 in theaters when it got released. I remember it being really bad, but I don't remember the movie. So I didn't want to buy Hatchet 2 without seeing the first one, so I figured let's buy the first one and check it out.
I was curious to see if this movie made any money or like how much it cost.
You want to guess how much it cost?
How much it cost to be made? I'm gonna go with $5 million.
Damn, you gave it some leeway.
Yeah, because I watched it and I was about halfway through it where I was just like, what would the budget be on this? Because I would imagine most of it went into the Goonies guy. That was the villain,
right?
And there was a
Sloth's brother.
A lot of fake blood, so they threw.
It's very gory.
Yeah,
1.5 million.
Really? Yeah. Man, they could stretch that fake blood now.
Yeah, they kind of because
no wonder everybody makes horror movies, bro. It's fucking cheap as shit.
Yeah, but it grossed 200,000 worldwide, so it not like it made its money back.
It definitely was a loss.
Yeah.
You know, this movie was great about it. Every side character from every show or movie
right.
you've ever loved in your life, they were in this bitch. They even got Freddy Krueger to drop a 5-minute cameo. How much of that 1.5 million went in his fucking pocket, dude?
0.5 million was his cameo. God. Joel David.
There was a lot of like I said, people that I had seen in other stuff, but
yeah, they're very side character. This is a very side character movie.
This is like the unofficial sidekick movie. Like if you were somebody's best friend in a show or a movie, you're in this fucking thing.
So we have Adam Green to thank because he wrote and directed this. So thanks, Adam, for this.
Man, you know what I will say about this though, the movie for what it was, dude. Like at least they put the comedy part in there.
Yeah, halfway through it, you were asked me because we watched this together.
Oh, because the first 30 minutes of it, dude, it's all straight like puns and like one-liners and shit. And I'm just like, yo, is this a comedy too?
Yeah, you're like, is this a horror comedy? And usually horror like has that like slight comedy aspect to it. But yeah, this is supposed to be a horror comedy.
This one didn't feel real slapsticky with it though. Mm-hmm. You know what I mean? Like it kind of was like they took the laughs where they thought they could get them.
Right.
And I didn't think it was as bad as I thought it was going to be originally.
Yeah, you had so much fun with this movie. You were cracking up the whole time, and I'm just sitting here like, fuck me. Because the idea with the DEATHBOX is you have bad movies, and then you have movies that are worse than bad. And that's where I like to stay because those are fun. Oof. But to me, this one just stayed in the bad realm where I just like, it was hard for me to have fun with it.
Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong, man. It's not a good movie by any means.
Right.
But... yeah, I didn't hate it as much as that. See, there's the thing for me. I'm not a big horror dude. Anyways, you know that.
Right.
And so that's kind of what I do to like offset feeling scared is I like to laugh. If I laugh, it doesn't make me feel scared. And they did a great job of like every time they would go for a laugh or go for a scary moment, they'd throw a laugh in there too. Yeah. So it's kind of like if you don't want to jump both feet into the scare, like to the horror genre, like, you know, you could put a foot in. You know what I mean?
I would call this like comedy gore.
Exactly. It's kind of like, what's the one that you like with the dude with the beard? The Zach vs. Evil?
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Tucker and Dale versus Evil.
Fucking love that movie.
Yeah, it's kind of like that, I thought. That's how I felt about it.
Yeah, except they
were actually trying to go for more scares in this one. The villain, though, like, yeah. Hey, you guys.
Yeah, it's like, he did look like Sloth's brother from the Goonies.
He really did. And they threw the overalls on him, which I'm happy about. Like, they just went for it, you know, like. But everybody that was in this movie, like, you know that they were having a good time. Like, they probably just had alcohol on the set.
They had to. That's why I had to make a glass of whiskey after this movie, because I need to depress, because
it makes you feel like you had to drink to make it through that movie.
It did. I'm really upset I did not have something to get me through that. But I love the like one-liner. He's like, I don't want to get killed by Elephant Man.
Dude, when that girl goes, he's still alive, and that dude, they're standing over a dead body, and the same guy is like, no, I'm pretty sure he's fucking dead.
His head is twisted off.
It was literally facing the other direction. That shit was too funny. Like I said, I forget that dude's name, but he was in Not Another Teen Movie and some other stuff. But
he's been in a lot of, like you said, he's the side character in like
all
all those
in every movie you ever watched. It was hilarious. And there was great job of like just sliding tit shots in there.
Oh my god, the first 10 minutes of this movie is just tits.
Yeah, and like sprinkled in for the first, I'd say 45.
Oh, I wanted to talk on that fucking Mardi Gras. So they tried to act like they were in Louisiana Mardi Gras, which is known for, you know, tits and partying and everything. But the way they shot it was up at the people.
Yeah.
And the reason they did that, because there was only like 20 people in this block.
Yeah.
And they kept showing the same people over and over. You even made a comment about the guy. Like, they kept shooting to this guy passed out on the sidewalk. They did it like 6 times.
Kept stepping up. People kept stepping over him.
Right, and you're like, this must be the main character.
I was like, they just keep stepping over this random fucking dude.
Yeah.
But I thought the guy on the balcony the movie was about him.
Yeah, we're trying to figure out like who are we supposed to be following here? But
shout out to the free tits, you know.
Yeah, a lot of tits in the first.
Still credits rolling, opening credit titties.
Yeah, credit.
I'd say up to the first 35, 40 minutes of this movie, though, you get a good tit shot every 20 minutes.
Yeah, they were sliding them in there quite frequently until, what's his name, Crowley?
Yeah, wow.
Victor Crowley.
Victor Crowley.
Until Victor Crowley shows up, and no more tits after that.
We've ever heard that name before, Greg?
Mr. Crowley.
Yeah.
But it was funny after the Mardi Gras scene. Well, not after, but like right at the end of it, they're like doing a close-up on some mask, but in the background you can see that there's nothing else going on.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a normal day. It's just these 20 people on this block having the fucking party.
They just shut it down.
Yeah, they just shut down this one block.
Just need a corner, really.
Right.
That's all we need.
I thought that was pretty funny. I mean, they tried.
Shot it in like fucking January.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it was nice though.
Yeah. And then we finally get to our fucking 2 main guys. Mm-hmm. And one guy doesn't want to party. He doesn't want to drink. He doesn't want to see tits. He's like the most Buzz Killington of them all, because that's the kind of friend you want to bring on those trips.
You wouldn't bring that guy.
Yeah,
You'd
right.
leave him in the fucking car.
You leave him in the car. You wouldn't even like bother to ask.
I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. I don't give a fuck about anything you say for the next 48 hours. So we're at Mardi Gras. I'm gonna get blackout, and I'm gonna go fucking bury my face in some tits.
Yeah.
So you can keep all that negative energy right here in the car with you.
I hated it so much because he's like, all you guys want to do is get drunk and look at tits. And I'm like, that's like 90%
That's like America
of men.
right
like,
there.
I think even gay guys want to get drunk and look at tits too. Like,
they get better access to them, honestly.
Right. Like, there's no guy out there like that.
No.
And it was fucking Shaggy from...
It was.
Shaggy from Scooby-Doo.
Nah, that's Matthew Lillard.
Is it?
Yeah.
They both look alike. Skinny, awkward white
He
guy
was from
with shaggy
Dodgeball.
hair.
He was in Dodgeball, and he was in
Grandma's Boy.
Grandma's Boy, dude. That's the best movie.
He did. Grandma's Boy, he fucking killed it. How did they see me?
I will destroy you. That motherfucker was hilarious in that movie.
He was. He fucking killed that shit.
Sit on my face. He's leaning up against that wall. You're fucking weird. How can you even see me?
I fucking love Grandma's Boy.
That is a great movie, man.
Yeah.
That's another movie that's like all side characters, but it works.
Mm-hmm.
It works. So.
I think it's like really the only movie I like. My Bed is a Car. Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet
Oh,
car.
Nick Swartzen.
Nick Swartzen. I think it's
Yeah.
the only thing I like him in.
I'm not a huge fan of him. He was all right in Grown Ups too, even though
Yeah.
I felt he was forced.
I've noticed like anything outside of Grandma's Boy, I kind of can't stand him. I guess stand-up's kind of funny, but it's that like.
Yeah, it's okay. Yeah, I get what you're saying. Yeah, I know what you mean.
But anyway, off topic.
I like him and Just Go With It.
I don't think
alright,
I've seen
man.
it.
It's another Sandler. Sandler Aniston.
Don't mess with Zohan. I liked him in that.
Oh yeah, cause yeah, he was all right.
Mm,
But he's one of those guys like I could take or leave. You know?
Right.
But he is funny in this. And Grandma's Boy.
Mm-hmm.
You fucking bet is a race car. Yeah, but it's a fucking sweet race car, man. Well, Bob's talking about giving me ribs for Christmas. Maybe a CB radio so I can talk to other car beds.
I love how he's like, oh, my roommate said I could have company over. Your roommates are your parents. He's like, yeah. I was like, that makes so much sense. They are.
Because you're fucking 30. Still living at home.
I don't know why we're talking about Grandma's Boy.
Because it's a great fucking movie.
I would
It's much
rather-
better than this shit
I would
movie.
rather talk about Grandma's Boy than talk about this fucking movie.
Grandma's Boy took over the podcast.
All right.
We're not talking about Hatchet anymore. We've said all we're going to say about Hatchet.
So this guy doesn't want to see tits and get drunk. He wants to go on a fucking scary boat ride. Like,
Yeah.
okay, whatever. And then I don't know the black guy's name, but he was like dressed up like a jester giving the exposition.
Oh, yeah. This is a guy from The Rock, and he's played in other shit, too.
He's been in a lot.
Wasn't he in Punisher Warzone? Wasn't he the cop or the FBI agent? The guy that Punisher kills thinking he's a mob guy?
I don't know. It's been so long since I've seen that.
I'm almost positive that's him, but
Yeah,
he's in a
been
bunch
in
of stuff.
quite a few movies.
Yeah.
But that's another like side character that they just kind of like shove in there.
Dude, and I was just like, how much did that cameo cost?
There was no point to it. There was no point.
It
for
really
that
wasn't.
scene.
It really wasn't.
It was just
Freddy
to have that
Krueger's
guy.
cameo played more of a fucking part in this.
Right.
Because at least you saw his corpse 2 more times
Mm-hmm.
in the movie.
This guy just shows up for them to give a boat ride, and he's like, nah, some guy sued me, and I'm not doing those anymore. But if you go down the street,
Don't tell him I sent you. I gotta feed my birds.
and then he closes the fucking door.
This is the goodbye to that guy. That's where I hope I make it in life, Greg. That I can make a low budget fucking movie with enough famous people that you're like, hey, I know that guy, but like, and I just completely waste them in that movie. You got the guy that played Freddy Krueger? Yeah, he's in my fucking movie, bro. It's not even a big deal. Oh, bro, he must have a great part. Yeah, he's in like 2 minutes of it.
And then he dies.
And he dies like immediately. And you don't even get to see it because I couldn't afford to show him getting ripped in half. Actually, the Freddy Krueger people said I wasn't allowed to show him dying on screen unless he is Freddy Krueger. But it's still great chance to work with him. Completely waste that cameo. But that's what I hope for us, bro.
Yeah,
That we just get rich enough that we can have all these people and waste.
I hope
their
so too.
cameos.
So they finally get to their fucking boat ride that's being helmed by a what nationality was he? Korean?
Something
No.
like that.
And he came from Brooklyn.
Also, side character in many movies.
Was he? I don't think I've seen him in things.
I've seen him in other shit.
Really?
Yep.
But he has this like half-assed Louisiana accent.
And then you find out he's from Detroit,
Right.
and that he's like actually Korean as shit. Like he's got the Korean accent.
Yeah. And then it's funny between the movie, he's like, he forgets what accent he's supposed to be doing, and he'll
Yeah.
like swap between the two.
And then I think like even the director was like, should I tell him? Like I think that's part of it, bro. Fuck it, just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, it was kind of funny.
And
The 2 bimbos, I got a good laugh out of them. They had great tits too.
oh, I pulled up trivia just because I was curious if there was anything worth talking about. If you watch all 3 Hatchet movies in a row without opening and end credits, it would be one interrupted storyline revolving around a few days. That's interesting.
Wow.
That's a pretty cool little tidbit.
Who would watch 3 of these in a row on purpose?
Well, like I told you before we started this, the idea was we're gonna watch one, and if it has a sequel,
No,
I'm
no,
gonna
no.
put it
I get it, but like, who would watch them back to back? to
someone
back?
who just wants to be tortured.
Oof.
Writer director Adam Green created a no CGI rule for post production. Only CGI was used to remove on-scene wires and camera setups. I'll probably read more, but we'll get more into the story. And then you have the guy from Blank Check.
Yeah,
the limo driver.
Yeah, the limo driver from Blank Check.
Just being a creepy white guy.
Shooting a smut movie.
Yeah.
A Girl's Gone Wild. Like.
Just two girls, though.
Yeah. Yeah, two girls going wild. Wants to be in the Halloween video. Like, he played that shit too well.
He did.
Yeah.
Just be yourself.
That guy, man, like, you know, he was in other stuff. Like, it would have been cool to see him, you know. Oh, dude, he was in Shameless. He was,
wasn't he?
He played the Freaky Girl's dad.
Yeah.
God, that guy's still working, man. Shout out to that guy.
Oh, and
he plays a creepy fucker in that one, too. He kills himself, though.
Scary Movie plays the dad.
Is that him?
I thought so. Shit, it might not be. They're all fat guy.
If it's
guys
not, it's very close. It's very
Yeah.
close.
Those guys could be brothers.
And sick fuck shit drugs all over the house.
Mix it with baking soda, not baking powder.
The guys have muffins growing out of their nose. You've loved that joke since you were 3 years old.
God, we want to talk about every other movie except this one.
Because it wasn't great. Like, but, yeah. Those are just great parts in movies.
They are. So they finally get on the fucking boat ride with that old man that's in everything.
Oh, yeah. I forgot about that. He was in Joe Dirt.
Yep.
He was in everything.
And
he's got a wife. I never saw the wife. I didn't recognize her.
I didn't see her. I was wondering if she was going to show her tits.
She's the only person in that movie that didn't show her tits.
That's very true.
Even the guy in the overalls.
Hey, you see his tits.
You see his tits. Yeah, he gets shot. Like, I'm thinking, like, damn, is this movie done? Like, she busts his ass at like 4 feet away perfectly with a 45 right.
Yeah,
in the
and he
chest.
fucking
drops.
And
you're like, I'm like, damn, bro, is this it?
Waiting for the credits.
50-minute movie? That's what I'm talking about.
I was hoping for credits. I'm like, I could fucking go with this.
This is perfect, just the way it is.
Yeah,
Like,
exactly. We don't need to go further.
They dragged that bitch out.
They did.
It
It took so long for anything to happen, though. They tried to build these characters up, but they're not, like, nobody gives a shit about these characters. Like, the black guy was kind of funny.
Yeah.
Like, and then the awkward white guy just kept trying to hit on the girl.
It's
the
like,
emo girl.
Ben, that's so stupid. Married Beth. It's like 2. I was like, wow, this is painful.
Yeah.
You know, the sad thing is, it didn't even look like he was acting. It's like, that's how he would try.
I mean, I've seen quite a few guys.
The only thing that would have changed was I was in dodgeball. did you see me? I was in dodgeball.
Yeah.
So. And in Grandma's Boy. Yeah, I played the villain in Grandma's Boy. And Hatchet. Yeah, I was in Hatchet. He probably doesn't tell anybody he was in this movie.
Mm-mm. It's one of those movies like, you were in that one. No, that wasn't me.
Well, the thing about it is like, I, in my head alone, I come up with 15 movies a week that I would rather see than some of the movies I watch. And I think to myself is, somebody wanted to see this bad enough that it got made.
What's the point of this movie? Like, this came out in 2006. It's supposed to be like a throwback to 80s slashers, but it doesn't feel like that at all.
Not at all. It doesn't have a throwback vibe to it other than tits.
Yeah, it just has tits. So.
Yeah.
Features cameos from Tony Todd, Candyman, and Robert Englund, Freddy Krueger.
Yeah.
I
all
knew
good points.
Yeah.
But they weren't playing
They were like,
the shit that made them scary or shit that made them scary in the movie.
Right. Like
they
I said,
played victims. Well, one of them you said was pointless. And he was. I forgot he played Candyman. Damn. Yeah.
I don't know why this is a fun fact. That they thought it was cool, I guess. During the cemetery scene on the tombstones, we see the names of Sarah Elber and Corey Neal, both producers of the film, and writer-director Adam Green. Okay, cool. Like, that was so...
Yeah, because that was their careers after that fucking movie.
Oh, it has the definition of a hatchet in here. I don't know why.
What?
A hatchet, per definition, is a small axe with a single bit or a blade. Thus, the poster image is an axe, not a hatchet.
Well, I mean, that's educational.
Yeah, right.
This movie was hilarious, though. in certain parts.
It had its like.
Pretty sure
shining-
he's fucking dead. I about died, man.
That reminds me of that part in John Q when he's like,
She'll be dead.
but then you'll be dead. Fucking lost it.
Eddie Griffin's great too.
So they are pretty much running from this guy, and he's just taking them out one by one. And they're trying to do gory kills.
Well, at first it's an alligator movie.
Yeah, it's an alligator. It really is an alligator.
It was like watching Lake Placid for about 5 minutes.
I really thought it's what we were supposed to be scared of is the fucking alligators in Louisiana.
Yeah, I was thinking to myself, like, Hatchet. Like, what, do the alligators have a hatchet? Like, I don't get it. Or all they have to defend themselves against the alligators is
And
a
these
hatchet?
alligators don't go on land. We find out in the movie.
I had no idea you were so afraid of alligators, bro. I want to watch Lake Placid with you now. I want to watch Crawl with you.
Why do you do this to me?
Dude, I feel like that's fair. That's fair. Like, that's fair.
Yeah, alligators are my number one biggest fear because my dad is an asshole.
You made me watch
unintentionally an asshole.
You made me watch a movie about the color magenta that was killing people.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, I feel like you owe me an alligator movie. Yeah. You almost ruined Nick Cage for me.
Almost.
Yeah.
I still got a couple up my sleeve.
Oh, Jesus.
You better be glad I bought the wrong Wicker Man.
I think I've seen Wicker Man.
The Nick Cage one?
I think so. I had the poster for it.
So I went through a like bender to buy all these movies for the DEATHBOX. I had like an extra $100 because I worked some overtime at work, and I'm like, I'm using this money to fucking buy a bunch of shitty ass movies. When I got them in the mail, Kendra's like, you literally just spent $100 on shitty movies on purpose.
It's like set them on fire. They set the money on fire.
So I was in such a hurry to buy these movies, I purchased the original Wicker Man from like 1962, 1972, somewhere in that era. And I meant to buy the Nick Cage Wicker Man. So
They won't let you return it?
maybe, but I opened it. And I figured I have it, and it has a lot of good reviews, so I figured I might want to watch it. I have it. Fucking why not? I might throw it
crazy.
on.
We'll watch that one, and there'll be like a good version of the movie.
Yeah.
Because the Nick Cage version, for what I remember, wasn't.
Well,
great.
that's what I was kind of thinking is since I have the original, we can watch the original and then follow it up with the Nick Cage one. But
Yeah.
it's going to go in the DEATHBOX, so it doesn't.
Gotcha.
So anyway, yeah, I bought the wrong Wicker Man.
So yeah, they're afraid of the alligators, and then they get out on dry land, and then of course, like 5 minutes goes by, the old man gets bitten by an alligator, and you find out that the girl, who you don't know at the time, but her Freddy Krueger and the brother were her dad and brother, and they get murdered in the opening scene. And she pulls out a 45 out of her waistband like a gangster and blasts this alligator in the head, who's bit the old man from everything, bit his leg. It's gonna piss me off. I can't remember his name. But yeah, gave him a little chomp right there on the leg.
And that's bullshit because as soon as that alligator would have landed on his leg,
He'd have ripped his old ass right out of that tree.
Well, he would have done a death roll to get him off of it because I know that much about alligators and I fucking hate it. He should have threw a blanket over his eyes. Richard. Riechle. How do you spell that? How do you sound that out?
How does it spell it again?
Riechle. Riley?
Richel?
I don't know.
Russell? Anyways, he's great. He's been in a shit ton of movies.
Yeah, he has.
Bet his disc. You want to talk about a great career? Think how many great movies that guy's been in. He's just like, well, he was in this too,
Casino?
but still working though. Yeah, he played the fucking banker.
Office Space?
Yeah,
He's been in so many fucking movies.
so many movies for such a long time.
Yeah. That's what you need to do in your career. Just be that side character in every fucking
Dude,
movie.
I'd be perfectly fine with that. Just keep me working for 30 years, man.
Yeah, you don't even need to be like have that main cast. Just fucking
Just let me be a guy selling newspapers or some shit. I don't know, man. Like, find that role for me.
I think you'd be a good bartender.
I'd shine.
Like that bartender that's like an asshole that works in that like dirty bar. It gives people dirty glasses and just like people say something to you.
Spitting them with an old rag to clean 'em.
Right.
Yeah,
I think that's your role.
That's my role.
Mm-hmm.
Either that or like a gunman. That'd be cool. Just like this guy stands in a corner and looks tough. This Terry Crews got his start.
Is it?
Yeah, I might have to like get a little muscular.
What was Terry Crews's like beginning?
Training Day.
Training Day? That was his first movie?
First real movie. Like, he said that he was a friend of somebody, and they knew the director, and they asked him to come, and just like they did something, and they saw him with his shirt off, and they're like, "Man, you're fucking huge.
Yeah.
Do you act?" And he's like, "I mean, not really," but he's like, "Well, if you come and do this every day, you could be in the movie, like just extra."
Right.
And he showed up every day, and he did a good job, and like whatever he needed to do, and by the end of the movie, he like even got a line and shit. And
Terry Crews is a national treasure.
he does the pigeon flipping. Like, he had never done that before. He just went up there, did like 10, 15 push-ups, get all sweaty going, and he just flipping the pigeons. Like, he got to be in that shit, like, just because he met the director by accident. Like,
wow, that's crazy.
it's dope.
I'm so glad that happened because I can think of so
Yeah,
many.
look at him now, man.
He's
Like,
one of my favorite. Like, I watch White Chicks just for his fucking part.
He's great in that movie. He's great in a lot of shit.
Everything.
Friday After Next, he saves that third movie.
Even in Sorry to Bother You, he has a great little role.
Yeah, he said it for 10 minutes. He's still gold.
Yeah.
And I loved him on Everybody Hates Chris.
He
Playing
was
Chris
great.
Rock's dad in that show forever, man. Like, yeah, I love Terry Crews. Shit, he even popped up in whatchamacallit. Fucking the David Ayer movie we watched.
David Ayer.
Yeah.
Oh, he did. He was
Yeah.
the gangster.
Yeah,
like,
he was his friend. And he
Yeah,
doesn't
yeah,
leave
yeah.
the voicemail, and then he forgets to turn the fucking phone off.
right. Yeah, he was in there.
We just watched this
Harsh
movie.
Times.
Harsh Times, yeah. Yeah, he was good in that. He was
He
in
was
that for
great
5
in
minutes.
that.
Yeah.
It's 2 minutes.
Yeah, I think he's just got that touch, dude.
Yeah. I just love his personality. And my favorite Terry Crews role though is the not post-apocalyptic, but the guy gets into a
Are you
freezer.
talking about
Idiocracy.
Yeah.
I love
Plays
fucking. He plays the
president.
wrestler president.
Yeah.
I fucking love that shit.
Nacho, whatever his name was.
He comes out with fucking AKs.
Yeah. What's up? I'm the president.
I love that fucking movie.
Yeah, that movie's funny as shit. Luke Wilson, right? Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
I remember that. Yeah.
Upgrade.
Wakes up, he's the smartest person in the world.
Mm-hmm.
Because everybody else is idiots.
Good save.
Yeah. It's the beauty of editing. Yeah. Our fucking outtakes are legendary.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hopefully they can't find them until we're gone.
I know,
We're
right?
dead and gone.
I know this will fucking get popular after we're gone and not doing it for like 10 years. Like, you seen this horror cinema? It's fucking hilarious.
Where did those guys go?
Why don't they do this anymore? It's fucking hilarious because we have 10 subscribers for 2 years.
Hey, bro, I think we got at least 30.
Yeah, we're creeping up there.
We're trying, man.
Yeah, I like
We
I
need
said.
your help.
I know, right?
For real.
It's more fun than anything. We're gonna watch these movies and talk about them regardless.
I love it, man.
So, like, I didn't even enjoy most of these kills. Like, the one cool one was when he
He
rips
rips
her-
the old woman's head off.
Yeah, that was like pretty legit.
From the top part, dude.
yeah,
Peels
he
her
just
head back
peels
like a
her head back.
fucking Pepsi can.
Yep.
Like, just
Her
ripped it
tongue
off.
is fucking just hanging out. That was a pretty cool kill. I like that. Because that's usually why you watch these movies is like, how creative can we get with the kills? Kind of like Saw.
Yeah, that's
But
all we have to go for now.
But after this, like, okay, you twisted a guy's head off, and then you decapitated a guy with a fucking shovel. Like, fucking boring kills.
He killed the old girl pretty harsh. I don't know where he got that damn saw, that table saw from.
Yeah.
But he went to work on her mouth.
Yeah, sander.
Was it a sander?
Yeah, it was a fucking belt sander.
Oh shit!
Yeah, he took a belt sander and put it on her fucking chin, and it like sawed off her whole lower half.
Yeah, and then he stuck her down on the shovel that he used
But
to cut the kid's head off.
Right, but even still, it was kind of like, whatever.
You were saying they're like, yeah, man, it's 45 minutes of this movie. I was seeing nobody die since we didn't see Freddy Krueger die.
Right.
Like, what's going on? And then
It took
boom,
forever.
they'd killed 5 people within 10 minutes.
Mhm.
Bam, bam, bam.
And then he rips the black guy's like arms off.
And then breaks his head open on a
Right, tombstone.
Swings him by the legs.
Yeah.
Which I felt like he got it pretty good compared to some of the other people.
I know, right? I mean, getting your arms ripped off is pretty.
That's gotta suck.
Because you saw that he was still alive with no arms. That's gotta suck ass.
Yeah, some of them dudes he murdered pretty ruthlessly.
Yeah.
The old man he did pretty rough too. He took that hatchet to him. He chopped him like a tree trunk.
Yeah.
After he'd already gotten his leg eaten by an alligator.
But I'm trying to figure out because he chopped him from like his neck down to his torso, and then he ripped something off and threw it. I'm like, what part of
he ripped that part of him off?
His torso,
the
like
head and shoulder part. Yeah, it's ruthless.
Yeah.
I wonder how jacked that guy really was because he looked like a big dude.
He was big dude.
Kane Hodder, that was his name that played the killer.
Was it?
Yeah, I'll never forget that name. I want to hang out with that guy.
Oh, he's the one that played the dad too. He played Jason.
Really?
He was in Seven, Daredevil, Monster, Hatchet. Dude, this guy's been in some shit. Probably because he's so fucking big. Yeah, Friday the 13th, the 2017. That's who it was. It was that guy.
Oh, so the brand new one or the last one they made?
I liked it.
That's the one where they had exactly 13 kills, wasn't it?
I don't remember. I don't know that fact. But I liked that one a lot. Me and some friends talk about that. Like, people give the new one shit, but I'm like, it was good.
You know, what was bigger than the last was the dude from Freddy vs. Jason. That was a big motherfucker.
That was a big dude. Like, because you seen him standing beside what's his name, and he just towers.
He made Robert Englund look like he was tiny.
Towers over him.
Which I was really surprised that old man was, still doing karate moves and shit at 60.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, he was still pretty peppy.
Yeah.
Peppy old Spitfire.
That was a movie that I felt like got shit on unfairly was the new Nightmare on Elm Street with Rorschach.
No, you didn't.
You didn't think Rorschach did a good job?
I mean, I think he did fine, but the movie is fucking dog shit because don't make Freddy a fucking pedophile.
Wasn't that what he always was?
Not necessarily. Like
he murdered kids. Like
but he didn't fuck them.
I mean, that's a point, but I feel like it's both terrible either way. But
I just feel if you fuck him before you kill him, it's a lot worse.
Yeah, I mean, for sure, but that's like the only redeeming quality. He murdered tens of children, but he didn't fuck them though.
I don't know. That's where it lost me is when they turned him into a pedophile. I'm like, come on, that's not cool.
Yeah, I forgot about that part. I just assumed when they say he murdered countless children that
he fucked them too.
Yeah, I mean, seriously, your soul's what? You're just that fucked up? You're not that fucked up? Come on now.
It's like Hitler killed a bunch of Jews. At least he didn't fuck them.
That is terrible. Oh, God.
I'm sorry.
You gotta cut all that.
I cut shit. Oh, my God.
Nobody on this podcast condones the Holocaust.
Not at all. I don't condone it, but you can't say, I guess. I guess you have a point.
Hitler was into some weird shit too, though, man. But that's where you start getting into that gray area. What's proven versus what was said, But yeah, man, I did not remember that detail about the new Nightmare on Elm Street.
Well, that's why I didn't like the new one because they made Freddy a pedophile, and I'm just like that kind of
taking it a little too far,
right?
Yeah, it's overdoing it a little bit. But so back to Hatchet, he runs through the entire cast pretty much within a 15-minute period, I would say.
Yeah, it was pretty short. I mean, they
stretched the last three, the brother and the main two,
right?
The emo guy and the redneck girl.
I like how we can't remember their names. I didn't
because their movie wasn't worth remembering their names.
Yeah.
I think the white dude's name was Ben. And
it was Ben because he's like, what a boring name, Ben. And hers is Mary Beth, the white trash name. Mary Beth, the white trash name.
And Marcus. Marcus was the black dude.
Yeah.
Marcus was the black dude. He was funny.
He was. He was the only person in this whole movie.
The saving point of the movie.
Right.
But yeah, and they did my dog dirty. They ripped his arms off. And then he But like I said, he didn't die as bad as some of the other people did in that one.
And he wasn't the first one to die, so.
No, he really didn't. It was like almost like they sat down in a meeting when they first talked about the movie. Like, all right, whatever we do, man, we cannot make this guy token.
Right.
He cannot be the first one to die. Like, make him 5th. That makes sense. Out of 7, we'll make him 5th.
But that's the whole thing is like they had to kill everybody. Like he pulls the girl out of the boat because they're trying to row away.
Yeah. No, it was perfect right after he says, we made it. We made it. Because, of course, she just found her dad and brother brutally murdered.
Mm-hmm.
And, they did all that. She killed him like 5 times in this fucking movie. Shot him in the chest, set him on fire, fucking ran through him with a cemetery.
Oh, my God. Can we talk about that fucking part? So he throws like a bar from the cemetery gate, sticks it in the kid's foot, and he's like Super
you
Saiyan.
You hear the...
Yeah, it was nasty. So he like Super Saiyan runs at them, and they just like slowly bend the bar, and then until he runs into it. Like
it's kind of bullshit if you think about it, because when you power up to a level 10,000 like that and almost go Super Saiyan,
yeah,
you should be able to run through that gate.
Yeah, I was gonna say like it shouldn't have stopped him, but or he should have at least juked it a little.
Didn't even get him all the way in the middle of the throat. Just got him right on the side. Like, what would make you think up until that point now?
Mm-hmm.
You set him on fire. You shot him in the chest. You stabbed him with like 13 different kind of farming tools.
You just didn't have that gate bar. Like, that's what did him in.
But we're going to assume this did it.
Yeah.
Yeah, man.
Yeah, so this fucking bar goes through his foot.
Yeah.
They stab him through the throat. They like, okay, we finally
with his
got
foot
him.
Still being stabbed.
Yeah, his foot is still in this fucking bar, and they're like, okay, we got him. You want to get your foot out of it? He's like, yeah. Whoosh, and then just rips his foot out of the bar.
Rip like 2 toes off to get it out, and he's just like, fuck it, it's all good.
Yeah, he's like, I'm good. Let's go. Let's run out of here, even though I'm missing half of my fucking feet.
I'm sure, but if you were in shock like that,
I don't give a shit. That would fucking hurt. And you
Yeah,
can't
it
just
definitely
take your
hurt.
foot out of there like that. Like it'll take a little bit more power than just doing a leg curl.
that's true. Yeah, he did rip those toes off like they were just paper towels. Like it wasn't nothing. Like,
Yeah, right.
like ripping a little meat off of a rib. That's how it sounded. Like he was just pulled the bone out.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, a very Jaws-like ending. Pops up out of the water.
Oh my god. And yeah, well, that's what I was waiting for it. Like they did the fucking Jason pop out of the water, grab the character out of the boat.
I called it. I said, you know, this shit ain't over. It's coming.
Yeah,
right
it's
now.
coming. Like
Then they Sopranos ending us.
they
You don't
did.
get to see him kill her, Mary Beth. You don't get to see him kill her.
Well, he rips the guy's arm off, and
He's just laying in the boat like fucking
yeah,
having a seizure.
and he
'cause
dips his hand in the water to like get a hold of her, pulls her up, and then like I got you, and then it's Sopranoed.
Sopranos credits. Guess you have to watch Hatchet 2 to find out what happened to her.
We're going to. I'm buying Hatchet 2 and I'm putting in that box because we're gonna get through all 4 of these movies. There's 4 of them.
They can't have all cost this much to make. It'd be awesome if they kept finding side characters from shows that I loved.
Right.
And like everyone had a different cast of them. It's like the Surreal Life, but like in the movie cast. That would be so great, man.
Isn't that what you do in your off time when you're like don't have any movie roles to side in? You just go do shitty horror movies.
Yeah, like fucking it pays the bills, you know. Go ahead and knock this month's mortgage out.
Right.
But that's Hatchet, folks. If you haven't seen it by now, you probably don't want to.
This one backfired though because you had a lot
I
of
had fun with it.
You did. You had fun. I was like dreading. I was like, God, this movie's not even like good fun. It's just dumb.
I got a kick out of it, man.
But we did have a good time watching it. I enjoyed like watching them together. So whenever we pull out DEATHBOX, we'll watch them together. So
I forgot what I was going to give you the last time, but we were talking. I gave you John Q
mm-hmm.
because we got to talking about that.
You kept saying you're gonna give me alligator movies. So
Yeah, but I don't know.
you're gonna wait till I don't expect
I
it.
kind of want to watch that with you
Oh,
because
okay.
I want to see how funny it is to see you that scared. Because you'll watch movies about demon possession without batting an eyelash, but alligator fucking movies get you there. Yeah, I got to see that in person. That seems like something I need to witness live.
I don't know. That's why I kind of avoided that movie Crawl.
Yeah,
It kinda
bro.
looks
It looks
scary.
brutal. It looks
does.
like if Zack Snyder directed a fucking alligator
Looks
movie.
fucking terrible. Like my biggest nightmare is that fucking movie.
The cops got like the fuck because we live here. Yeah, because we live in a place that could happen.
Yeah,
It could happen.
we do.
Where's the alligator? God,
So
it
I-
just jumps up and gets his ass.
So I used to take a trip down to Miami. Like when I was 16, I would visit a friend down there, and the way the bus goes is you have to go straight down and then over to Miami. Well, that line, that road is called Alligator Alley.
Nice.
And I asked somebody, I'm like, why do they call it Alligator Alley? They're like, oh, if you look at the side of the road, it's just full of alligators. And yeah, they're not wrong. It's terrifying. Because if our bus broke down, I would just shit.
It's part of the like Everglades and shit, and they're just driving you through.
Yeah,
Yeah, good times.
fucking hate alligators.
Yeah, man, I don't fuck with alligators.
I fucking hated this movie. Oh, I don't want to ever watch this again.
Hatchet. Yeah.
What do you rate?
Oof. I want to give it I'm being generous. I'm gonna give it a 4.
4?
Yeah.
How does your rating go? Like 1 is the worst and 10 is the best.
Yeah.
Okay.
It's a very intricate. There's a lot of math. I feel like you're not
a lot of
adding in there.
layers.
A lot of layers to that, but yeah, man. Basically,
Because for some reason I always think 1 is the best and then 10 is the worst. But you like flip it on your script. You're like, no, I'm gonna change it up. I'm gonna make it interesting. You get a 4?
yeah, because like in life, you want a 10, you want a dime, you want a bad bitch.
Right. I guess that makes sense. But you give this a 4?
If this movie was a woman, she's a 4 at best. Like
Yeah. If you get drunk, you can still have a good time.
that's pretty much how I looked at it.
Yeah.
Like,
I guess you're right.
this movie was a good time, Sally, but she's in her 40s now. Like, yeah.
I hated this movie. Don't fucking, if you're into horror movies, just rewatch old horror movies.
If you're into horror movies, don't watch it. If you're into shit comedies, watch it.
Yeah.
You'll have a good laugh at it.
Yeah. God, I hated this movie. And then you made the comment, you're like, now you own that.
Yeah,
Fine,
bro.
I do.
That's yours, man. We'll come over and watch it once a year. Just
Yeah,
to
all right,
make
just
sure.
make it a fucking...
This day, every year, will
So-
be Hatchet Day.
It is funny that we brought up the DEATHBOX almost 1 year from our start. We started this like a year ago. How does it feel?
It's fucking great, bro.
Yeah.
I love doing this, and I'm glad that we've stuck with it. Like,
It's fun. We've taken our breaks here and there, but, you know, I like that we keep doing it. It's fun.
It is, man. Because, like you said, like we're gonna watch movies and talk shit about them anyways. Why not film it, right?
Right. So, did you figure out what the movie was you're going to give me, or do you want to just tell me later? Because
I can't
wanna think
remember,
about it.
but I am gonna give you one just because I've been giving you a bunch of gangster movies lately. I'm just gonna keep that trend going. Gave you John Q to switch it up a little bit last week.
Yeah.
But...
Well, there's New Jack City that... you
Oh,
can-
that's it.
New Jack City?
Yeah, I was gonna give you King of New York, but that'll wait. I want you to watch New Jack City instead.
All right.
I'll bring
I have
that
a
to you.
feeling, though, is I'm going to like that one. Like,
You might.
because Wesley Snipes, right?
Yeah, Nino Brown, baby. And Ice-T plays the. This is the first movie I ever saw Ice-T play a cop in,
Mm-hmm.
and then he, did Law and Order for like 12 years.
I see.
Probably longer than that. He's probably still on it.
He's probably still doing it. Like, that pays his
He plays
mortgage.
a good cop, man, which is the most hilarious thing ever to me, because he made Cop Killer. Like,
You, I love John Mulaney's joke about him. Have you ever heard it? He's like, I just want to watch Ice-T give descriptions of murders. Like, you mean this dude? I don't remember how it goes.
Yeah,
but
yeah, I
He's
got-
like, I just watch a compilation of Ice-T trying to explain these murders to himself.
he's a terrible murders. He's a terrible murders. Why would somebody do this
Yeah.
to a body?
You mean to tell me this guy shot this little girl, took a shit on her chest?
John Mulaney made that joke?
Yeah. I mean, that's not how it goes, but it's
Right.
like that idea. It's pretty funny. You got to check it out. But I already
like
know what
those
I'm going to
two,
give you because I was going to do it before we took our break, but we took our break. But Murder Party.
Murder Party.
I'll give you a good horror comedy
All right.
because I really, really enjoyed Murder Party a lot.
I got you.
So we'll watch New Jack City and then hopefully we'll get around to Murder Party.
All right.
Well, that was the introduction of DEATHBOX. It'll show up here and there, time and time again.
Yeah, man, I enjoyed this one. Next time, like I said, we should play with the idea of doing it while we're watching the movie. 'Cause
Yeah.
the live reaction was great to some of those. Man.
Yeah, we had some good,
there was
good
some
back
good
and forth.
heartfelt laughs on that one.
Right.
But yeah,
When I want to do that with the Fanatic,
yeah,
because that's in there.
yeah, for sure. It's just we watched the trailer for that movie and it's a fucking nightmare.
Just the trailer alone scares me, but I really, really want to watch it, and I want to watch it with someone, not with. Like, I love my wife, but she does not have fun with these movies.
I'm sure you could call Fred Durst, bro. Whatever Wendy's he's working at, I'm sure he gets days off. Like, he would come by and watch it with us. Give you a whole commentary that's not even on the DVD.
Maybe even he could hook us up with John Travolta, and we could all four just watch it together.
I could remake that Gotti movie twice as good. Like, no more money. Just let me do it.
Yeah.
Just let me do it.
All right.
Till next time, I guess.
All right. Later, guys.
See you.